Headline number one: the Nuggets title window is officially closed.
Jeez.
Quab, is this an overreaction?
I think it's a small overreaction. I think it's
Okay.
a small overreaction. It's
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10.
right down the middle. I'm gonna say 5.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why is it a small reaction?
I don't think the window is officially closed. I think the window is a little bit smaller. It's a smaller window. We're not looking out.
Oh, okay.
We're not looking out the big ass window with the views. I mean, it's a small window. Let's still the views though. We can still. Yeah, I mean, we still got a
I can
nice
still see
picture.
some light.
I mean, I still see some light. I think it comes
Yeah.
out because it comes down to it. The Nuggets still have arguably the best player in the league.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no denying that. So when you have that, you always have a chance. Now, the reason why the window has gotten a little smaller has been roster moves. Since their championship season, they've taken away players that helped them win. Started with Bruce Brown, and this year was KCP. They also lost like even Jeff Green, who helped them out in spots. There were specific veteran players that contributed in a large way for the team. Now they're kind of dependent a lot on younger players to fill in these roles. It was the same reason they used the first year when they lost Bruce Brown. They were like, well, we have Peyton Watson. He should fill that bench role.
Yeah.
Now losing KCP, they're like, yeah, we have Christian Brown,
Yeah.
so he should be able to fill the role. But watching them after the first game, you see noticeable like struggles they're gonna have if it's shooting, their lack of shooting. I think they missed like 33s or something. It was like an absurd number. The floor just looks a little more shrunken in compared to years
Yeah.
past. They had the best starting lineup that just fit for years, and
Yeah.
now it's no more because all these again. There's been a gripe of mine for since last year. It's like all these owners are talking about, oh man, the second apron, the tax, the apron. Yeah, I'm a billionaire, I'm a but I can't. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay a little bit of money. The apron.
Yeah.
It's been so because of that. I don't think your window. I don't think your window is closed because if some of these younger players are able to develop, get better, be more consistent, they might still have a chance. They can still make some moves during the course of the season. It's a long season. It's only game 1. They're playing right now against the Clippers as we record this. So
And they're losing. So 1.5 games.
the game is not over yet. So we don't. So it could be that's why I say the window is not closed. You know what I mean? It's a little smaller. It's a little smaller.
Okay.
How do you feel about it? Is your championship window closed?
The window's closed.
I knew you
But
were gonna say that.
I'll say this.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you can't open the window back up.
Fair enough. There
we
you
close
go.
windows all the time in our houses, and we open them back up. So for me, it's a possibility, right? You make the right move at the deadline, you get rid of some pieces, and you bring in shooting. Then yeah, I do think that you can open the window back up. But listen, it's been 1.5 games right
yeah.
now, and what I've seen from the Nuggets concerns me, and it's the second unit. And it's the combination of lineups that Mike Malone has to put out on the floor. There's no shooting. Once you leave the starting lineup, there's no shooting.
Yeah.
Peyton Watson is an under 30% three-point shooter. Christian Brown, even though he's good, and I do think he fits the starting lineup, not in the same way KCP does, but honestly, like similar enough. He's a good defender, and he's a good offensive player. He may not be a better three-point shooter, but like he's not someone who you can just ignore.
Yep.
So it's not the Christian Brown thing. It's Julian Strother coming off the bench with Russell Westbrook and Peyton Watson at the same time. That is psychotic. I'm sorry. Not that they're bad. They're not bad individually, but to have them out there as your second unit, I mean, I don't care if you have Jokic and Murray out there with them. Like the paint's going to be packed. They're going to dare these players to beat them from three-point range, and it's just not going to happen in most nights. You're not going to beat a team like the Thunder. You're not going to beat a team like the Mavs or Timberwolves, especially in the playoffs. If this is your bench, it's just not going to happen. So, again, it's closed right now. It is. Nugget fans, I know it's one game. This is overreaction or not overreaction.
Yep.
I don't care if you think it's overreaction. The window's closed right now. Doesn't mean it can't open, though. All right, so Nugget fans, I don't want you thinking that like I'm like throwing the towel in on the year. Like things happen. Like the Mavs last year made huge deadline deals and got to the NBA Finals. I think the Nuggets are perfectly capable of doing that. So if you're a Nugget fan listening to this, I'm not just like throwing you under the bus and saying your team sucks. You have the best player in the world. You have an all-star point guard. And I think the starting five is good enough. Something needs to change with the bench. Something needs to change with roster construction. They need more shooting. They need outside threats. They need to get deals done by the deadline. Until then, I'm shutting the window, right? It's a little cold.
But you're not locking it. You're not locking it.
I'm not locking it. No, we can open back up. And listen, if they prove me otherwise, and if they bring in shooting, if the roster changes here and there, or somebody comes out of nowhere to have a career year shooting, let's just say Julian Strother for some reason just starts hitting threes, and now all of a sudden, I mean, I'm a Knick fan. Deuce McBride was like shooting 20% from 20-something% his first 2 years in the league, and now all of a sudden, can't miss.
Yo.
He can't miss. So it's possible. You know what I mean? If someone develops like that way, then yeah, I'll shut the hell up and I'll say, you know what, the window's back open. I'm a Nugget fan. I love Jokic. I love how they play basketball. It pains me to say this. But after what I've seen from one game and what I'm seeing right now between the Clippers and Nuggets, it's 1.5 games. They're down by 15 in the second quarter. You know how many points they have midway through the second quarter, Kwab? 24. 24. This isn't the 90s.
It's early. It's still early, guys. Don't.
It is. I know. But if you're going to overreact, you overreact all the way. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Your facts.